All right, from Kenya now, let's go into the world of sports and share with you what's the latest news coming over there. Welcome once again to Breakfast Central. It's now time to dive straight into the world of sports. And we have the super talented Onye Obaro joining us. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Osa. Good morning, Olive.
Good morning, Onye. Thank you for joining us this morning. What is happening with sports?
Great things in the world of sport, but it's looking a bit shaky for Nigerian football. Looking at the proposed 30 September Nigerian Football Federation Elective Congress in Benin City, Edo State, that elective congress may not happen again, not take place as planned. This comes after court order allegedly obtained on Thursday, according to Hassan Jala, the task force chairman for the Professional Football Association of Nigeria, PFAN. In a news release, Mr. Jala said that by choosing 30 September for its elective congress, the NFF was initially attempting to break the law. He stated that a hearing on a lawsuit to modify the NFF status is ongoing and scheduled for 31 October, saying the choice of 30 September for the NFF election as a result is illegal. Now, with barely 2 weeks to the eagerly expected elections in Benin City, the momentum has been high, with over 40 candidates cleared to vie for different positions in the Nigerian Professional Football League and also the Nigerian Football Federation. Now, with this court injunction, these 11 candidates will not be able to vie for the presidential seat come 30 September. This means that incumbent President Amaju Pinnick will still be running the affairs of the Nigerian football until 31 October, when the hearing will take place. Let's move away from Nigerian football right now. Tell you what happened in the Europa League. For all those that play Thursday night football, Cristiano Ronaldo scored his first goal of the season as Manchester United. They got their Europa League campaign up and running with a 2-0 win over Sheriff on Thursday. Ronaldo selected to lead the line as Erik ten Hag kept rotation to a minimum against the side that stunned Real Madrid in last season's Champions League. He drew home his first half penalty to make it 2-0 to United after Jadon Sancho had opened the scoring. United were in need of a 3-point following their last week home defeat to Real Sociedad in their opening Group E game. So with this, 3 points short for Manchester United. But other games in the Europa League, for those that play Thursday night football, sees one, Manchester United getting the 3 points there. Real Sociedad, they had to maintain their winning streak there, going 2 games unbeaten. They get 3 points in the bag. Other results there in the Europa League sees the likes of Roma coming back after a defeat to Ludogorets. They come back to win. But Group A right now, Bodo Glimt picked that win at home against FC Zurich. Away from that to the next group, where we've got other results coming in. And we can say for sure that we've got the likes of Group C having Real Betis against Ludogorets, and Ludogorets did not win this time, but they stunned Roma, Jose Mourinho's side, in their first game in the Europa League. Away from that, Roma back in winning ways, yes, in that Group C fixture. In Group D, Braga went up against Union Berlin, and that ended 1-0 in favor of the home side. For the likes of Toulouse against Malmo, 5-goal thriller ended in favor of the home side. In Group E, we've got the likes of Sheriff, Manchester United picking that 3 points there, all thanks to Jadon Sancho and Cristiano Ronaldo goals. Real Sociedad, yes, maintained their winning ways against Omonia Nicosia. For Group F, Midtjylland had a 6-goal thriller against Lazio, and that ended in favor of the home side, while Fernand, that Group F, has got a lot of goals, having 6 goals against Stamgres. Away from there, we go to Group G, Olympiacos against Freiburg. That ended in the wayside with 3 points in the bag. Nantes did not get it well this time, as Karabakh went 3-goal with unreplied goals against Nantes. Group H sees Monaco against Federer, and that 1 goal could seal the 3-point for the away side. Trabzonspor went up against Zadar, and that ended in favor of the home side. A 3-goal thriller, 2-1. It ended in favor of Trabzonspor. There will be action, of course, Friday here for Europa League. We'll see other fixtures to go down, but we'll wait and see what will happen for those who go to the next stage of the Europa League. Football will return to England, and that will see two juicy games in England after the morning of the Queen Elizabeth II. So we'll see the likes of Nottingham Forest. They return. Southampton will be away from home to, of course, Aston Villa welcoming Southampton there for the return of the English Premier League to England. Nottingham Forest will be taking on Fulham today in the English Premier League. There will be other action in the La Liga, Bundesliga, and also the Ligue 1 with 1-1 fixture to expect. But let's move away from football, take you now to the world of tennis. Big news in the world of tennis saw the likes of all tennis stars Rafael Nadal, Kvitova, Anju Ball having to pay tributes. Of course, they poured in quickly on Thursday when Roger Federer announced that he will retire from tennis after a career that lasted more than 2 decades and brought him 103 singles titles. Now, Federer's rival would say Rafael Nadal has been a defining part of his tennis history, and the Spaniard expresses regret that they would not meet again for another Grand Slam, not even one. So Billie Jean King, a fellow former world #1, was the first to pay tribute to Roger Federer after he announced that he would retire after the Lavra Cup. Two-time Wimbledon champion Petra Kvitova also thanked the 41-year-old for his contributions for the world of tennis. Now, 2022 is looking a bit bleak for tennis stars, great tennis stars, greatest of all time. I will say that for the likes of Serena Williams, who, of course, dropped the button there and says she will not continue in the world of tennis. And now coming is Roger Federer with his statement. He says, I'm going to be done with tennis, but I will go one more in the Lavra Cup there before I call it quits in the world of tennis. 2022 will be marked as a year when we saw the GOATs in the world of tennis say bye-bye to the game they love. Rafael Nadal, we are waiting for him to know what will happen after he goes for the Lavra Cup, but he won't be seeing his rivalry there. Talking about Roger Federer in the world of tennis anymore. Also, Olive, I'm not really happy at this time because though we would say that the future is indeed bright, Carlos Alcaraz is coming so well, Yannick Sinner coming so well, Casper Ruud coming so well, we can see that even Carlos Alcaraz is still the world #1 at this time after winning the US Open. But we will miss the top 4, the likes of Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, Novak Djokovic, and not forgetting Andy Murray.
I don't even know any of the names that you called. For me, tennis is centered around Rafael Nadal, Federer, and Djokovic. Have you
Yeah,
heard
those 3 names. Really.
Who are these persons that you just mentioned?
Okay, you'll get to know them because they are stunning in the world of tennis. They are coming hot and
I just
hot
think it's
and hot.
amazing that, they're leaving whilst the ovation is high. So just as we celebrated Serena and gave her all her flowers and called her the GOAT, the greatest of all time, we wish him all the best going forward. He's really made his mark in the world of tennis and deserves to be celebrated. Of course, the court will miss him. Not seeing him for another Grand Slam might be something heartbreaking. But of course, you need to make way. The old skin has to shed for the new ones to come. So yes, he's made way for the new ones. He's decided that this is the end of his journey, and we're so rooting for him and supporting him on whatever he chooses to do next. And even if he decides to retire to a beach and just, have some drinks and watch the sunset, he's paid his dues. He deserves all that.
Totally.
Okay, Carlos Alcaraz did say that he would have waited a bit for him to play with him. He has never played with Roger Federer before, and Roger Federer has always been his icon in the world of tennis.
You never know, really. We see that happening in the world of boxing, where people who have supposedly retired come back for one more fight. I know, so he should keep his fingers crossed.
That can be done in the world of boxing, but tennis,
You never know.
All right. But anyway, Federer is always going to be my favorite tennis player. Thank you very much, Onye Obaro, for sharing these very interesting stories with us.
You're
See you
welcome.
again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, okay, I was going to ask a very quick question. Federer, when we talk of Federer, what of state? When is state resigning?